Greeting some golden hour on the patio. Hear the birds. Barrett's, the best ginger ale around. It's from Bermuda. Hope you guys had a good day out there. I had a glorious afternoon gardening, a lot of weeding, and I love my new weed thing. I brought Beasley out. He's hearing me talking, so he wants to come back out. He hung out on the patio with me. I just did a ton of gardening, weeding, mulching, planting a few things, planting a planter with pansies and these other little kind of baby pansy things. Listen to him, he wants to come out. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. We had so much wind for 3 days that it was just like exhausting. And finally it died down, and oh my God, it's been such a beautiful, beautiful day. Cool spring day, and just got out of the hot tub after lots of crouching and up and down, so it's good for the body. Hope you guys are doing well out there too. My husband's been sending me pictures, and it's so funny how this man and I are so connected. He went through something yesterday about just, I get it, because I'm always awkward when somebody's working in my house, whether it's clean. I was, cleaning or whatever. I want to disappear. And he was going through this whole thing of, just dealing with that and like not wanting to intrude like in your own home. And I was picking up on it in some sort of weird way. So I was like, oh, he just doesn't want to talk to me. I'm asking too many questions. I don't know, we both were kind of like going through the same thing, but differently. I was like overreacting to this thing. I was just sort of like, well, I'm just going to go to bed early, so good night, just kind of, he wasn't even picking up that I was pouting because I was doing it in such a mild way. But really, he's like, you were picking up on what I was going through. It was just funny. It's great to have a soulmate that you're like, if I'm feeling something weird, it's probably because he's going through the same thing. He comes down tomorrow, and I'm so excited to see him. Last 2 weekends, we've had Lily, and we haven't been alone together for weeks now. So, but the remodel is coming right along, and the just got buzzed by a bird. And the one wall, put a picture of it, is done in the alabaster color, and oh my gosh, does it change things? Because that north-facing bedroom, it's big, but it was like a big dark cave. So yeah, it's exciting to see just a wall painted. I'll post it, and like just how it's already just changing everything for the good. So I was thinking of something else I wanted to share. Probably falls under like the category of betrayal, smear campaign stuff. People are hitting on those posts, so I know that people are out there searching on that topic and need support. So I'm going to drop it in occasionally for people that need that, like I needed it a few months ago. So feel free to skip if it's not your jam. Here's what I want to say though. It applies to betrayal. Part of what is a bear about getting betrayed is realizing sometimes that the person who's betraying you is resting in your own integrity, because they know you're not going to clap back in the same way that they're doing it, because they know you. So they rest in the comfort of knowing that you're not going to respond in kind, because they know your integrity. What I'm going to tell you, and it's a bitch to think about that, and it's tempting to want to lower yourself to their standard, to play their game, but don't do it. Don't do it for a million reasons, and I'm going to give you one right here. One is it's not your game, so don't get on the board. It's not your game, so let them play that out. But another one is this that occurred to me. They're resting in your integrity, so they feel a sense of comfort and safety because they know you, and they know that you're not going to do what they have done or would do to harm you, because they know that you're not about that. But the other thing is, you're also resting in your integrity. I'm resting in my integrity. When all is said and done, that's what you're going to be very proud of yourself for. And when you think about it, like if you've had a situation of betrayal, where let's just use a hypothetical situation where somebody decides they're going to just spill the guts on whatever you have shared with them in private conversations to someone who's trying to harm you to feed that harm. Okay, that happens in smear campaigns. That happened to me. And it is very tempting because you probably have your own arsenal of, information about that person. I do. That could then turn around and do the same thing to them. Think about how it feels when you think about like, oh, I could stick it to them. I could harm them in this way. And all I'd have to do is show this text message or this email or whatever. Or play the game that they're making and embellish things. Or you just make things up. Oh, well, she said this to me, or whatever. Play that game. But notice how that feels inside. He's not liking that either. He really was. He's been out with me all day here. He wants to get back out here. Don't worry, I'll let him back out. I'm going to finish this. Notice how that feels inside. It feels really gross. And if they don't feel gross by doing that behavior, it's because they're accustomed to that feeling. For people who are not accustomed to that, it's going to feel gross. And when you think about not doing that and staying with yourself, staying with your own core of yourself, and like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I could, but I'm not. It feels clean. And just notice that inside yourself. When you check in with yourself, there might be a quick fix of like a stick it to it kind of like, obviously that, this is the I don't get mad, I get even crowd. It's okay to be mad, first of all, but turn that into your own development. Use that energy of that toward your own development and toward your own strengthening of your core values of who you are as a person and who you want to be and who you're not going to be. And use that anger to be stubborn and like, you're not going to drag me into this game and you're not going to drag me into behaving like you. And I'm going to stay with myself. And when this dust settles, and this dust will settle, trust me, this dust will settle. And these people are going to be so far in your rear view that you're not even going to remember their names as time goes on. You're going to remember yourself, though, and how you handled a difficult situation, and that you clung to the ballast of yourself, of your core values, of your integrity as a human being. And even when tempted to fling around and fly around in that world. Oh my God, there's the hugest bird. Hang on, let me see if you can see it. That is a huge bird. That is the one that I think buzzed Mr. Beasley the other day. I don't know what that is. But we were out here one day and a bird like that, a huge bird like that buzzed Mr. Beasley. I was like, not ever leaving him out here unattended. Anyway, that's just what I hope that hits somebody the way that you need that, and resist temptation to respond in kind, stick with yourself. And when that feeling happens of like, yeah, well, they're relying on the fact that I'm not going to play their game. Tell yourself, I'm resting in the fact that I'm not like that, and rest in that knowledge of yourself. Rest there. It's going to get better. All right, I got to go deal with this dog. He was all right until he heard me talking out here. Finish gardening tomorrow. I'm going to put some pictures because I took some really good pictures of my flowers, and I will share those after a bit. Catch you later. Thanks for listening, watching.